Hello, my name is ELSPETH Jones and I'm Emerita Professor of the Internationalisation of Higher Education at Leeds Beckett University in the UK. Thanks very much to FAUBAI for reaching out, and I'm so sorry the conference can't go ahead as many conferences are being cancelled, but thanks very much for the invitation to speak. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the impact of the current situation, focusing on the need to internationalise the curriculum at home, or as is sometimes referred to, internationalisation at home more generally. So it has, I suppose, the situation we're facing at the moment with COVID-19 has caused us to be concerned about international mobility. It's caused us to think differently about the way international education might work. And in particular, I think it's enabling us to focus much more on the need for internationalisation of the curriculum, or internationalisation at home. We will be in a situation where there's reduced emphasis on mobility, whether it's for full degree programmes or for study abroad or exchange programmes. And I think for me, I've been arguing for quite some time that actually it's wrong to focus on mobility for the purpose of internationalisation. I have argued again and again that we need to focus on what's happening within the institution, what's happening for students who don't get the opportunity to travel. And so in a way, it's allowing an opportunity for us to rethink the way we deliver the curriculum. And actually, the coronavirus crisis is just one reason why people are interested in travelling less and interested in focusing more on internationalisation at home. Many people are trying to limit the amount of travel they do, whether it's for environmental reasons. It could also be for political reasons in terms of safety and security in certain countries around the world. And of course, obviously, there are many students who, for financial reasons, don't get the opportunity to travel and don't get the opportunity of mobility. And so really, we've got to focus on all of those opportunities in a way to look again at the curriculum that we deliver on the home campus. So in a way, I suppose I'm one of the few people who sees this as a really great opportunity for us to look again at curriculum. However, I think there are obviously a range of issues associated with it, and one of the most important factors is that people are still asking questions. What is internationalisation of the curriculum? What is internationalisation at home? And I know Betty Leska's made a recording for the FAUBAI conference, so I won't step into her area there. I'm sure she's talked about all kinds of interesting things. But one of the things that we can do, I suppose, is what we call collaborative online international learning, and in a way that mirrors some of the online learning developments that have been taking place through the need for university courses to be delivered online. Of course, the big problem there is that it's had to happen very quickly. People haven't had appropriate training. We're tending to use effectively the same kind of pedagogy. There's been no opportunity for creativity in the way we deliver curriculum online because it's all had to happen so quickly. So I think there's a very great need for us to think about the development of faculty, the development of methodologies for teaching and learning, and very importantly for assessment as well. And it's not going to be something that academics can simply teach themselves. So we need to be focusing much more on how we develop faculty to be more creative with online technology. So as well as that, we've also got the problem of inequality of access, which is true around the world and from kindergarten level right through to university and beyond, because obviously not everyone has the same access to the internet, to even the technology, the tools for accessing the internet, whether it's smartphones or PCs or whatever. So there is a significant inequality of access, and this, if we're not careful, the inequality of access to online learning will simply mirror the inequality of access to mobility options to study abroad and so on. So we've got to be very mindful of that. Now, in terms of the collaborative online international learning, I've recently, in fact just last week, set up a YouTube channel where I'm interviewing or having discussions with friends and colleagues in international education. And the first one went up last week with Hans de Wit, but I've got one coming up soon with Jos Belen, and there we talked about collaborative online international learning and how we can better, can be more creative and more collaborative, not simply technologically better, but how we can help people to think about the design and development of programs by means of the way we organise and develop the programs. It's more important in a way than simply the technology. So if you're interested in that, the YouTube channel is, you can search ELSPETH JONES International Education, or you can get a link to it from my website, which is elspethjones.com. So I think there are lots of opportunities here. It's a very difficult and horrible time for the world, and I'm sure we're all fed up of being confined to homes and wherever we live, and there are very, very difficult times for people. But on the other hand, as I say, I think there are great opportunities for international education to move beyond a simple fixation with student mobility. And I am quite hopeful in many respects. But anyway, I wish you a very successful online conference, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all again at the earliest possible opportunity when we can actually be physically together again. But thanks again to FAUBAI for the invitation. Bye for now.